What is up, guys? Tying Purpose here, and I am back with a new video. This is going to be a video about kind of tips and tricks on how to win a Blitz survival games, or just maybe any type of survival games, or maybe even Hunger Games. So, first off, I'm going to start off by sword statistics. Some people, they get pretty mixed up on this, so here we got sword stats. We're going to go from least to greatest. Wooden sword in 1.6.4, which is the current version, does 2 hearts of damage, and the durability is 59. And remember, this is going from worst to best. So 2 hearts and 59 hits you can get with it. A golden sword can... Here, let me do that. Golden sword can take 2 hearts off your enemy and has a durability of 32. Stone sword can take 2.5 hearts off your enemy and has a durability of 131. Iron sword damage 3 hearts off your enemy, durability 250. And diamond sword damage 3.5 hearts off your enemy with a durability of 1,561. And the durability is hits. And here is nothing. And this is your fist. Your fist will take off 0.5 hearts, which is half a heart. And your durability is star, which is limited. So, now we'll head to armor. Least to greatest here. Or worst to best. I don't know why I keep saying least to greatest. But, basically nothing. Protects you 0. Unlimited durability. Unless you die. Here's a full set of leather armor. It'll give you 3.5 armor bars. And a full set of leather adds up to be 279 durability. Gold is full set. All this is full set. Full set is 5.5 armor bars. Durability all added up together is 389. Chain armor gives you 6 armor bars. Durability is 829, all added together in a full set. Iron gives you 7.5 armor bars, and the durability is the same as chain, which is 829 on a full set. And now we get to the goods. Diamond gives you full armor bars, which is 10. The durability, with all that added together, is 1,819. Full set. So, next, we will be going to strafing. This gives you an advantage on your opponent that you will be coming up to. So, when you come up to your opponent, you might dance a little bit, or you just might be aggressive and go right in. So basically, how you want to start is, if you don't know what strafing is, it's kind of like running around your opponent and hitting them like that. So basically what I do is when I come up to my opponent, I go like this. I kind of juke them out, then I go like that, and I get criticals on them. Criticals gives you extra damage to your player. Your opponent, it kind of gives you, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you guys know what criticals are. It just gives you an added hit or added heart off to your player or opponent. And so I covered that. Now we can put this sword away. But that is strafing, You don't need to jump and do it. That's what I do. You can just, run around them like that. It kind of gets them off guard, They can't really catch you. And another thing I'm going to mention here is server lag. You got to know what server you're on. If your player is ahead, but you got to hit kind of just a little bit behind them to get a hit. You got to figure out your server lag and stuff. So next we'll be moving on to high ground. When you're in PvP, if your opponent is very highly armored, highly protected with armor, you want to take the high ground. Say you're not too much armored up, you don't have a very good sword, and they're pretty much just a lot better. They have a lot better items than you. So you want to take high ground, because once you get a hit on them, they will obviously get knocked back and plus take fall damage. So that's a really good strategy to use. Make sure you take high ground when you think you can't versus an opponent in flat ground or just an open area. You want to take high ground there. And I suggest when you do it, kind of just sprint up and then get some criticals on them. Maybe get a couple hits really fast. One right off the bat, and then when they're in the air, maybe hit them again just for some extra damage, and they'll go higher up in the air. So yeah, definitely take high ground if you think that you are outmatched, or maybe even with the 2v1. I've done it. I've taken high ground with the 2v1. I've done a 3v1 and taken high ground and have won, but not by much. So little PvP skills got to be involved with that. Next is food bar. Your food bar is pretty important. I mean, a lot of people sprint and jump when they're in survival games or Blitz survival games. Just walking like casually like this, it can save you on a lot of food bars. I mean, if you can't find food, you might want to be doing this. But when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you always look around. Just in any situation, just make sure you're always watching your back, watching around your area, making sure no one is around. And if you sprint, obviously your hunger is going to die down faster. And if you have lost a hunger bar and a half, you will not regenerate hearts after that. Also, if I'm sprinting like this and someone's chasing me, say I'm chasing a guy like this, and the guy in front of me is jumping and running at the same time. He's going to pull away from me because jumping and sprinting is faster than just sprinting without jumping. That's also a little tip for you. Next, we're going to move on to enchantments. Yeah, I got a whole list right in front of me. We're going to move on to enchantments. Enchantments is a huge advantage. Not too huge, but some enchantments can be huge. With the high ground topic over here, if you get a knockback sword, definitely going to help you out there. Sharpness, extra damage, fire aspect. Obviously, you're not going to get that quite often. If you get that in the survival games, you're pretty lucky, because that survival games probably, I don't know, you just got lucky, I guess. But basically, you want sharpness mostly. That's what everyone shoots for. But if you want to use strategy with the high ground, you kind of want knockback. So that's pretty good. Enchantments are kind of a big thing in PvP also. Also, enchanted armor is good. It gives you a nice advantage. Projectile protects you from arrows. Fire protection, shouldn't need to explain that. Protection, melee, and feather falling prevents you from taking fall damage. Stuff like that. I'm forgetting one, I know I am. But we'll move on to the next one. The Blitz Star. Mainly, the Blitz Star will spawn in center. So the center gets a bit crazy when Blitz Star comes around sometimes. Sometimes no one's even around for 50 blocks, But basically, it's mostly in the center of the map. So you want to go loot or search through all the chests. And once you find it, you can choose basically whatever you want. I suggest Lucky Charm as the golden ingot. It gives you regeneration 2 for 30 seconds, I believe, and it just randomly gives you levels for a certain amount of time, or a random amount of time, I'm not for sure. But that's basically the only one that I use. You can use whatever you want, whatever you desire. And let's just switch it to daytime here. But yeah, so Blitz Star, kind of a big thing, gives you a big advantage in the game. Basically, it sometimes makes you OP a bit. But, so Blitz Star is kind of a big thing in Blitz survival games. It's kind of the main topic in the game. You gotta get the Blitz Star to... Sometimes, if you get Blitz Star, you won't win. If you don't get to center quick enough, or find an enchantment table, or just anything along those lines, or come in contact with the player, you want to use your Blitz Star. Depending on what you're going to choose for your Blitz, you want to use your Blitz Star when you're near a player, because I believe that most Blitz selections give you regeneration too. So that is kind of a big thing. Next, we're going to be moving on to a compass. In most survival games, you get a compass that leads you to the nearest player. Sometimes you don't. So yeah, it leads you to the nearest player. Nice advantage there. Everyone gets one though, so everyone kind of has an advantage. So if you're kind of hunting down for, you're hunting players for kills, or you need stuff bad, you can hunt them down with the compass. Next, you want to know where chests are on the map, and with that, you want to memorize the map that you're playing. First time you play a map, you're just gonna run off into a random spot. And you want to memorize the map as much as you can. Not block by block, but just memorize where the chests are, where your surrounding area is, where people could be. And you want to memorize where chests are, because that is a huge advantage. There could be a spot that's loaded with chests, and there could be a spot that's really not. So that's kind of a huge advantage, knowing where chests are, because if you find a spot where there's a lot of chests, you're going to have a... You're going to have a big advantage of finding something a lot better than what you would at a place where there's not really too much chests. If you want to just go up to that spot right away, you don't really need to rush spawn. But yeah, so that's that. You want to know a lot about your map and know where chests are. So next, we're going to talk about the center of the map. The center of the map is kind of where a lot of main action is if there's no grace period on the server that you're on. I know that Blitz Survival Games doesn't have a grace period. They just have Resistance 3 on their player. So, that's one thing about Hypixel server and Blitz. But back to the center of the map. Center of the map is where a lot of action goes on. Sometimes, depends what server you're on, but a lot of action goes on at center here. With Blitz Star usually spawns in center, get a lot of action in that time, especially chest refills. I'll bring that up also, because that's right under that, what I just suggested about center. Chest refills. Also, you get a huge fight in the middle for these chests if it's a chest refill. Usually chest refills are later in the game, so basically there is no grace period. So once you go in here, you definitely gotta watch your back while that chest refill is going, because there is more than likely going to be a player nearby scoping you out. So you want to watch that. Next, kits. Some survival game servers you don't have kits, but this is mainly a Blitz Survival Games tips and tricks, or just main survival games, but mostly Blitz. In the Blitz, I suggest Kit Night. If you find nothing, you get rigged out of your mind because of lag, or just anything. You get rid. All your chests are looted. You have nothing. If you get Kit Night up to Night 5 is the upgrade. You get a golden helmet, golden boots, golden sword, and breaking 1, and a cookie. And these sword stats over here, gold doesn't have much of a durability. It actually is the least, and it's worse than stone. A lot of people get that mixed up. So stone is better than gold. And so yeah, kits. I use Kit Night a lot. Mostly every game, but you can use as many kits as you want, test them out, and see what one works best for you. Because if it works best for you, then other players might not expect it. Say you pick Kit Scout, which gives you a speed potion, and most players save it till the end of the game because it gives you a big advantage. Most players don't have speed 2 when they come into the deathmatch on Hypixel server or Blitz game, and they don't have speed 2 when they come into theirs. So if you have speed 2, it's a big advantage. You can strafe a lot better. They're not going to be able to catch on to you very fast. You're flying by. So yeah, about kits, choose what's best for you, or what you think will help you most in a game. So that is pretty much it. What I have for this tips and tricks video, guys. I tried to make it a bit fast, as much fast as I could. As you see, I did set all this up here. I'm gonna have to destroy it all now. Sad face. But I set this all up for you guys. So I hope this helps you out a lot, guys, and I hope you get better at PvP. I hope it taught you something. I hope you figured out something new in this video. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for this tips and trick video, guys. If you want any more tips and tricks, just ask me on any game. I can acknowledge as much as I can into my brain with that game, even if I don't play it. You know, I might do a tips and tricks video on it. You know, I could just search it up. I knew most of this anyways, except for the armor stats. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this tips and tricks video, guys. Hope it helped you out a lot. Hope you guys all get better at PvP, and I hope you guys start winning some games if you weren't already. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, favorite, and please subscribe.